Wow. Shizzle drizzle. Hey everybody, it's your girl Rosalie. Welcome back to the Ultimate World Music Reaction channel, all about music and psychology. We're on a really special journey. I've been exploring NF. I've been on the journey, checking out all his various work, sometimes jumping into the present, looked at Motto and Hope, because we're getting ready for his big album release, April 7th. And I want to continue on the journey. I want to look at multiple of his songs. What else do we have here? So many big ones. Remember This. 43 million views 5 years ago. Let me check that one out. We're on a journey today, folks. Remember This.
Yeah, they say when you grow up, you'll understand when you're old. Guess I'm still a kid, I don't know if I'll ever let go of this. Say goodbye to the old me.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to start over. This is introductory wise, just more of a ballad, and that melodious hook that's starting with fits well now that I just listened to If You Want Love. It gives me a similar feeling, and looking at death and aging in If You Want Love as well as in Let You Down. Just this feeling of aging, reminiscing on life. I'm getting that a similar vibe here with Remember This, but let's start over.
Yeah, they say when you grow up, you'll understand when you're old. Guess I'm still a kid, I don't know if I'll ever let go of this. Say goodbye to the old me. We ain't friends anymore, you don't know me.
Real music.
I know I could die any moment. If I do, just remember that.
Handouts create lazy people I'm not impressed with. You want something in life, then why don't you go and get it? Actions speak louder than words do. It's pretty quiet, isn't it? Look at the world we live in, defined by comment sections. Surround yourself with people that challenge how you think, not people that nod their head and act like they agree. Those people that cut you open just to watch you bleed. Always be yourself, not the person that you pretend to be. No, these people gon' tell you that you will never make it. Then when you do, they gon' say they knew you were going places. That's just how it works. Next thing you know, you'll be overrated. Hearing people say they miss the old you. It's crazy, ain't it? And perfect people don't exist, so don't pretend to be one. I don't need passing them back from people for my achievements. When I die, I wanna know that I live for a reason. Anyone can take your life, but not what you believe in, no.
Wow. Shizzle drizzle. Wow. I don't want to say too much about the lyrics. We'll keep listening, but keeps doing it. Handouts create lazy people I'm not impressed with. Gives me this feeling of like, yeah, he just keeps coming through with hard work and says different things in different tracks that really emphasize he's not here. He doesn't like people looking for handouts. He's not one to do that. He works hard to get where he wants to go. If you want something in life, why don't you go and get it? Actions speak louder than words do. It's pretty quiet, isn't it? Oh, snap. Because there's no actions. Actions speak louder than words. It's pretty quiet, isn't it? Almost like there's nothing to say because I'm looking for the actions. Where are they at? Or perhaps, there's not a lot of talking going because you'll see it in the actions. And those, aren't always loud. Different ways to take that, but powerful. And I love how he does that. He'll take, even in, in Motto, if it ain't broken, no need to fix it type of thing. I like how he uses these idioms and expressions and sayings and integrates them into his rhymes and into his rap. Look at the world we live in, defined by comment sections. Totally the world we live in right now. People commenting, right? Anywhere, everywhere. And I think it's interesting because even as a content creator, I'll see that most of the time people are friendly. They'll share something they know, which is awesome, or how they felt about the review, the analysis, or about the artist, or they're there to make suggestions. But then every so often you'll have people who comment either with criticism and not even necessarily constructive criticism. That's great, right? Ideas, feedback, constructive criticism on what could have been done better. That's how we grow, right? We need to be able to change, as we just heard in his song, If You Want Love. But more so, I'm referring to more so people who are not giving constructive criticism so we can grow and change, but just criticism. It's almost like there's this desperate desire for people to be seen and heard, sometimes to control a situation, sometimes because people are so hungry to be seen and heard. It's all about the comment section. It's just commenting left and right. Surround yourself with people that challenge how you think, not people that nod their head and act like they agree. And that's kind of what I mean with constructive criticism. People that challenge how you think. When we can have an open conversation, even if we disagree respectfully, but we can learn from one another if we were just to listen. But in the comment section, that often doesn't happen. And by comment section, I mean social media, the world, this fast paced life that we're all living. We don't get challenged how we think because we're not listening and we're not having open conversations with respect. We're quick to either not listen, we're quick to judge, we're quick to jump to conclusions instead of ask questions, or people are quick to just label, right? You say something that disagrees with somebody else and now you're a phobe this and an ism that. We need to have more emotionally intelligent conversations and based on that decide what do we think, what is our opinion. But then also talking about people that cut you open to watch you bleed. Always be yourself, not the person you pretend to be. This is inspirational to me, man. This is such a great way to be held accountable, to be true to yourself and figure out who the heck you are, because that's a process too. Perfect people don't exist, so don't pretend to be one. I don't need pats on the back from people for my achievements, and then talking about people, that switch up and say things like, you don't got it, and then when you make it say, oh, I always knew you had it in you. He is going hard, man. This is just powerful.
Yeah, they say when you grow up, you'll understand when you're old. Guess I'm still a kid, I don't know if I'll ever let go of this. Say goodbye to the old me. We ain't friends anymore, you don't know me. I know I could die any moment. If I do, just remember.
Yeah, don't take opinions from people that won't listen to yours. And money's where you find happiness, you'll always be poor. If you don't like the job you have, then what do you do it for? The cure to pain isn't something you buy at liquor stores. Nah, the real you is not defined by the size of your office. The real you is who you are when ain't nobody watching. You spend your whole life worried about what's in your wallet. For what? That money won't show up to your coffin. Yeah, anger's a liar, he ain't got no respect. I fell in love with my pain and I slept with my regrets. Happiness saw it happen, maybe that's why she up and left. Joy called me a cheater, said she ain't coming back.
Anger's a liar, he ain't got no respect. Personifying anger here, which he's done before, even with fear. I fell in love with my pain and I slept with my regrets. Oh my gosh! Guys, this guy takes us to therapy. I fell in love with my pain and I slept with my regrets. Think on that for a second. What does that mean to you? Let me know in the comments below. I know I have done that. It's one thing to process our pain, to allow ourselves to process our regrets, to learn from them, do better in the future. In the now, we got a choice every day. Choose life, death or life, right? You can choose what you say, how you speak, what you watch, who you surround yourself with, what you create, what you do at your job, right? He's talking about that. If you don't like your job, what are you doing it for? All this money you're not taking to the coffin. It's real talk, dude. And I love how he kept saying the real you, right? It's all what he's all about. But think about that for a second. I've done it where it's one thing to feel our pain, process our regret. It's another thing to fall in love with it and sleep with it. If we're not careful, we'll so over-identify with parts of our story and parts of ourselves, things we've done or that have been done to us, that they paralyze us and they steal our joy. Happiness saw it happen. That's why she up and left. Happiness leaves. Joy calls me a cheater, personifying these emotions, right? As if it's a relationship where you sleep with one and then, you become a cheater to another. Because joy and happiness are not going to stay present if we over-identify with our pain and stay stuck in that. Again, it's one thing to feel your pain. No one's saying, oh, just get over it, right? That's not healthy. You've got to process it. You've got to know that your emotions are valid. But when that's all that we become and we so over-identify with that, we get stuck. And that's hard. I've been there. It's hard to get out of those emotions. Depending on your personality, for some it's easier to be pragmatic and rational and operate from a place of just, the mind versus the heart matters, so to speak. And it takes work. It takes the willingness to change and to find that balance between using our emotions, knowing they're valid, knowing that they're messengers, but they are not God, right? They're messengers to tell us something is going on here so we can look deeper at where is this coming from. But they are not us. They are not who we are. They are fluid. They keep moving and changing. You'll feel one thing in one moment and another in the next, and sometimes 2-3 things at the same time. But it costs us our happiness. It costs us joy when we so over-identify with it that we fall in love with it.
I I've always had a problem with relationships, but that's what happens when you see the world through a broken lens. Mistakes can make you grow, that doesn't mean you're friends. Who you are is up to you, don't leave it up to them, no.
Yeah, they say when you grow up,
Nuts, dude.
you'll understand when you're old. Cause I'm still a kid, I don't know if I'll ever let go of this. Say goodbye to the old me. We ain't friends anymore, you don't know me. I know I could die any moment. If I do, just remember
Yeah,
this.
they say you got in the music, you signed up to be hated. That's kinda weird, cause I don't remember signing my name up. Coming from people that give advice, but never take none. I like my privacy, but lately I feel it's invaded. I heard that life's too short, don't let it pass you by. We waste a lot of time crying over wasted time. It's not about what people think, it's how you feel inside. My biggest failures in life are knowing I never tried. I look at the world from a different angle. People change, even Satan used to be an angel. Think twice before you biting on the hand that made you. Don't believe what you believe just cause that's how they raise you. Think your own thoughts, don't let them do it for you. Say you wanna drink, don't wait for people to pour it on you. Cut out the liars, stay close to people you know are loyal. Grab your own glass and fill it, don't let your fear destroy you.
Wow. 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 Yo, if he dies today as he's singing, right? Just remember this. I feel like this is a powerful epilogue, if you will, right? Something you find at the end. That whole every single stanza and verse, and I love that hook. Again, he does that so well. Him and his team, they just come up with these awesome beats, compositions musically. La 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 la. I just like it. It's just catchy. But even how it didn't go back into that hook at the end, but end it with these verses. I look at the world from a different angle. People change. Even Satan used to be an angel. Think twice before you're biting on the hand that made you. Think your own thoughts. Don't let them do it for you. Cut out the lies. Stay close to people who know you are loyal. You know are loyal. My bad. Grab your own glass and fill it. Don't let your fear destroy you. Which is powerful to end on that in this track, because of his journey and his battle with fear and his struggle with identifying with that pain and the things that have been done to him and growing through that and saying, I'm not going to wait for people to do this or that for me. I'm going to do the hard work. I'm going to change. You see that thread, guys? We're going from intro, we're going from wake up, right? Addressing how many are asleep, right? To hope for a different life. We're going through Notepad and him processing his feelings and his relationship, personifying Notepad, his relationship to this notepad that where he gets to write things on. Intro 2, intro 3, real, right? Taking a stance against the music industry, being his own artist, dealing with toxic relationships. And I just want to know, how could you leave us? The big one. Dealing with his pain in regards to his mom. Outcast, right? Again, elements of both how he's seen by people, his dynamics in the music industry, himself as a person, let you down, right? Again, processing emotional things, relationships, pain, generational things. Talking about generation, if you want love, doing that journey of pondering life and that cycle. I mean, just, and then remember this, right? Giving us this powerful epilogue for life, right? This instructions just to find our place. Oh my gosh, this is crazy, guys.